Track the sarcasm?
Bean wasn't sarcastic. He was accurate. I want you to feel embarrassed if you make a mistake. If you aren't ashamed of errors, you'll keep making them. You'll learn nothing. I'm glad I have one soldier, at least, who not only understands what I say, but how I say it and why I say it. This is supposed to be a school full of geniuses, but Bean's the only one smart enough not to be ashamed to know the answer and say it. What's wrong with the rest of you? Why weren't you eager to say the answer?
We were afraid we'd be wrong and you'd embarrass us.
In real combat, if you speak up, if you act instantly, you might get embarrassed because you're wrong, but if you just stand there saying nothing, doing nothing, asking nothing because you're afraid of getting embarrassed, not only will you die, you'll get other people killed too. Killed. So yes, I use embarrassment as a tool to help you remember, but there's something worse than embarrassment, and that's death. Failure. If you aren't willing to be embarrassed over and over again by trying things, by speaking up, then you will learn nothing. And when you leave this safe little cocoon and go out to where the Formics are trying to kill you, you will die because you're so afraid of getting embarrassed. Wait, what was that? Are you ashamed to speak loudly enough for us to hear?
I said it's just a game.
This is a game. So we can learn how to work together in an army, give and take orders, think tactically and strategically, practice with the intensity of competition. But there are no spectators. This isn't an exhibition. People don't buy tickets to watch us. We aren't athletes or actors. We're soldiers. Because we're going to take what we learn here and use it to kill the enemy and prevent the enemy from killing us. If you ever forget that and act like this is just a game, then you should be iced and sent back to Earth because you're wasting space up here. And don't ever forget that we're preparing for war. Are you embarrassed for saying that it was just a game?
Yes, sir.
And yet you provided me with a chance to make a speech I was dying to give.
So it was useful, eh?
An ume, but a useful one. Bean is the smallest of you, and the youngest, but he's also the one who's least afraid to speak up. He thinks he's smarter than me, and he lets it show, but if he's got the brains to back it up, then that's fine with me. I don't have to be the smartest soldier in my army, as long as I'm smart enough to listen to the ones who are smarter than me. I don't know everything, but I know something. And so you will listen to me, and practice what I tell you to practice, and pretend to care about what I tell you to care about. And if you think I'm missing something, you'll tell me. Even if you think you might embarrass yourself by saying something stupid.
You've already made that point, sir. Can we get past the talking part of this practice?
Bean, let's see you do precision dives. From each corner to the opposite one, both directions. That's 8 jumps. Now! While the man of action makes his mighty leaps, I will tell the rest of you what we're going to practice. It's not enough to have your legs below you. They don't make enough of a shield. So we're going to practice rotating so our legs are toward the enemy, then pulling our legs up in kneeling position and flashing ourselves. Why would I have you practice doing that? Are you embarrassed to guess? Do we have to wait till Bean comes back to explain it?
If we're in kneeling position, our legs shield our bodies better.
And if we freeze our own legs, then they go dark so we're less visible.
And frozen legs hold their own position, so we don't have to work at keeping our legs that way.
Right, and right. How many of you understood that? No, don't lie. I really mean, how many of you had already thought of those things before they said them?
I didn't even think of the thing I said until they'd already said the things they said.
Ah, So one person talking helped another person think better. Do you think that might be a general principle? Do you think that the more we guess and think and imagine and say, the better we'll all get at thinking up new stuff to try? Oh, look, here comes Bean again. How lucky that he was already through listening to me. Look at how much more practice he's getting. All right, everybody, flip yourselves down toward the enemy gate, and once you're going, tuck your legs and flash them, and see what goes wrong, so you can do it better next time. And try not to bump into Bean. Move!